Welcome back to 50 Cent Cut. I'm Buddy Kunanan. Tonight's topic is College of Holy Spirit Manila and Trends in Private Education. And joining us still are Dr. Felina, and she's the president of the school, and Mr. Rinaldo Caballo, who's the Business and Marketing Development Officer. So, Dr. Young, Ray, welcome back to our third and last segment. Now, before we pause for the break in the second segment, we talked about, I expressed my admiration to you, Dr. Young, about how your office is always open to students and how anyone can approach you in the school. And I think that is possible because your population, your student population levels are still very manageable.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, you have about 1,000 more or less now.
More or
No?
less.
Now, imagine doing this for a school with maybe 5,000. Do you think that it would be much harder for you to do that if you had a substantially bigger population?
Well, I guess if you really have this focus and you really want to help schools and students, I guess you can still do it.
You'll make time for that.
Yeah, you'll make time for it.
I'll bet the difficulty.
It's going to be hard
yes.
because there will be more people coming to your office. But depends on the person, you know. Like, I'd like Holy Spirit to make it a home for the students, you know, where they can be at ease with themselves and, you know.
But, you know, I mean, interesting you say that, a home for the students. You know, I was fortunate enough to go to a school, to Ateneo grade school and high school, at a time when the student population was not that big yet.
Yeah.
So it really did feel like a home for me. But, you know, I view my alma mater now, and I think the size, it's doubled or tripled even, and, you know, it's very hard for someone to feel at home in school if you don't have that kind of personal relationship with the headmaster or the principal or the president or your teachers, or you know. So what do you have to say about that? I mean, you know, because a lot of parents now would like their kids to have that experience, not to send them to a big factory line school or sort of, I mean, I hate to call, for want of a better term, but to a school like yours.
Yeah, we're good in that.
Something personal, person-to-person engagement.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I think they should come to us because, you know what? Although when the number of students increase, it's going to be doubly hard, really,
For sure.
to relate with these young students. But that is what Holy Spirit is. We really go out of our way to help our students. And that is one of our, niche, that we are able to attend to their concerns. Even our interns, for example, when they have problems, we are the ones to call up their parents, and the parents are very happy that they know what's happening to their children.
Yes.
So it's always a partnership.
Ray?
Yes.
Ray, you want to add something there?
Yeah.
In fact, if I may share my experience with my so-called promotion days, typically the students of this generation are more agog over things like sports groups or their participation, either the NCAA or the UAAP, yes. And then they also like to go to a school that is huge. When I say huge, that means there are like several thousand students altogether.
Yeah.
Because they want the energy. They want to feel a little more perhaps alive. But in so doing, they seem to have failed to realize at the same time that there is a huge possibility of them falling through the cracks.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so they get neglected. Teachers don't even know them by their names. And so they, as you said a while ago, they become production line items, stamped, ready to go to the market, but really impersonal. And so the thing with the College of the Holy Spirit is, whenever I'd speak about our college, I'd tell students that we are a small school, yes. And while it may seem initially counterintuitive to say that, I further explain to them that being small has its advantages.
Absolutely.
And that is, among other things, when you have a small class size, your teacher has a lot more time to spend with you on a personal basis.
In Filipino, tutok.
Yes,
Natututukan.
that's the word.
That's
yes.
it.
So if you have
Yes.
assignments that you're having difficulty with, then your teacher can just come in and give you a lot more pointers. Unless, of course, you have something that is more pressing that needs a lot more time, in which case other professors can go in and chip in, so to speak. Compare that with, say, a class that is 40 or 50 strong.
Yes.
What are the possibilities of, say, the teacher giving this extra attention to students.
And you know, I mean, let's face it. You know, students have a lot of issues. I mean, different
Oh,
students have
yes.
different issues, and then
True.
even psychological makeup is different. And so, you know, part of the teacher's job, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Yang, is to really not just oversee the academic part, but also the values formation and you know, sort of making sure that the student's okay in general as a person. I mean, that the student's doing okay and performing well. And I can relate to what you said because, you know, a lot of people now are looking at smaller schools. I personally, I mean, I'm third generation Ateneo. I went from Ateneo from prep to grad school. But if I had a son, I wouldn't send him to Ateneo grade school or high school. And I'll say it, you know, a lot of my classmates probably get mad at me for saying this, but and the reason is because of this. Because what I've seen in the school is that it's become so big that, you know, that personal touch that I had a little bit of, and my folks probably had more of, is somehow lacking now that it's grown so big. Of course, the branding, as you said, is there.
Yes,
You know,
of
you have
course.
this energy. You know, belong to this major school and it pumps you up. But again, you don't have that, and I think that for me is very important.
Yes.
What do you say, Dr.
Yeah,
Yang?
I really agree with that, you know. Because you know, there will be more students. It's so hard to pay attention to them. And you're so concerned with your work. You have to, you know, teach. You have to finish the course syllabus, everything like that.
For 40 or 50
Yeah.
in one class. Well, they have
Yeah.
3 of these classes or 4 of these classes, right?
That's true.
And these
How do
students are, you know, you look at the student holistically, emotional problems, psychological, social.
When it's that big already, it's just really
It's
the
hard.
numbers already, the
That's true.
papers, the scores, and that's it. You don't have time to
Sure.
focus on all the other stuff you
Sure,
mentioned, no?
yeah.
And it also has to be said that given the current social trend that is for dual career families and OFW parents,
Or dinks.
the need
double
for
income,
closer
no-
supervision,
Yes.
yes, becomes even more, what, prominent, especially so for students as they transition to college. If you have parents who hardly have time for you, or if one of your parent is, say, abroad and cannot guide you through the process, so to speak, the professor's job becomes even more critical.
Of course.
And
Because like
short
the
of
parent, it becomes
replacing
a
the parent,
pseudo-parent.
yes,
Yeah, that's
short of
sure.
replacing the parent, the teacher now assumes upon himself or herself a really great responsibility, to borrow Spider-Man's line, with great power comes great responsibility. Yes.
No.
So the teacher here can be more equipped if he can deal with students on a more personal basis
For sure.
and give them a lot more time if the class is smaller.
How big are the classes in CHSM?
On the average,
Average.
like 20 per class.
Yes.
Wow, that's
20,
that
25,
that
yes.
is a good number.
Yeah,
Huh?
Yes.
I think Ateneo's 40 or almost 50.
That is an
PASO will
ideal
require
teacher-student ratio.
20, 25 is
45.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Wow,
Cannot go
very
more
nice.
than 50.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, now how are you trying to sell the school? Like, if you were to sell the school to I mean, you've said a lot of things that are all
Yes.
positive, but how are you selling the school now outside? What are your marketing initiatives?
Well, I just simplify the message. I tell our prospective students that we are a school that values engagement. Because we are small, we have the capability and the ability to reach out to them, not just on an intellectual level, but even on an emotional level, that is. And the fact that we are a school that gives practically everyone an opportunity for an education. You have to know that we also enroll or accept students with special needs.
Very nice, very nice.
And so this is part of the school's mission.
You accept them in the general population?
Yes, and we
Yes.
mainstream them, yes.
Mainstream.
Wow.
Because we believe that mainstreaming them actually is a more effective approach.
Again, because you have a small population, you're able to monitor.
Yes,
I mean, you can't throw this
precisely.
kid into a big diploma mill, so to
Yes.
speak,
Yeah, yeah.
school. I mean, this kind of student is a special student, needs special care and
Yes,
supervision.
that's true.
exactly.
So that at least when
Very
they
nice.
graduate, they can tell themselves that for once in their 4-year stay, someone did care for them. So that is, I think, our message.
So you do accept children with autism or,
Yeah,
or
mild
mild
autism,
autism,
mild mental retardation, ADHD.
and they're made to compete with their peers,
Yeah.
not in a special class, but in regular classes.
Yes.
Yeah, we call
Yes.
it mainstreaming.
That's good.
You know, you put them in a regular class so they feel they're normal, and you help the parents, you know.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the, I mean, something which is, I think, which is quite detrimental is that when they're separated
Oh,
from,
yes.
from mainstream, and then so that the difference is even highlighted. No?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, the stigma is, you know, they
Yeah.
carry that all. But the best students, for example, are many best students are ADHD, you know. So it's an opportunity really to
shine.
nurture,
Yes, to shine.
yeah, nurture them and become, you know, very useful citizens of the country. I guess that is the vision of Holy Spirit. We're there for our students. We love our students, we take care of our students, and they know that we feel that we love them. I guess I don't think we should compare ourselves with other schools. In fact, even in numbers, we are not intimidated with the numbers, you know. The only thing that we are very positive about is we're able to deliver. And
Yes.
we're able to make a difference in their lives. And when you see a smile and an affirmation from the students, my God, it makes you so happy and it's worth the effort.
Alam niyo, Dr. Roy, I stepped foot in CHSM for the first time in my life a few weeks ago when we had that event. And there is really a nice energy in the place. Maaliwalas.
Yes.
When you go there, it's bright. I mean, it's not heavy.
Yeah.
It's so light. I mean, so, you know, if I could go back in time and then go to a school, I mean, I would have loved to study in a place like that, with that kind of environment. So
Yes.
you can see
Yeah.
what you're putting in, the culture that you're creating. You can feel it when you step into the school. I mean, if that makes sense.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Wait, unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show, but let's hear from Ray muna.
Okay.
Maybe you can tell the viewers how to get in touch with you guys, and
Okay.
one more pitch for College of Holy Spirit.
All right.
Manila.
So to the parents out there who are interested to try the College of the Holy Spirit as your children's home for the next 4 of the most important years of their lives, please contact us, 735-6021 up to 22, local 109. That's my personal local. And we guarantee you that we may not have a brazenly strong image, but we focus more on what counts, and that is your children and their education.
Very
That's it.
nice. 4 of the most important years of their lives. Very
Yes.
nice. I like that. I'm sold already. Dr. Young, final
Yeah.
message.
Yeah, we thank you for the opportunity for allowing us to talk about our school. Actually, we're so proud of our school. And at this particular point, we can say that we're doing so much for the students, and our students are happy. And we always say we want to have, this is an old saying that we have been telling, fun in learning. The courses may be hard, but they're happy. And when you're happy, something that is hard is not anymore hard. It's easier to
That's a secret.
achieve.
That's, to make it fun, to make it
Yeah.
happy. That's a secret
Yeah.
to excelling and to efficiency. No?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
and that's what we want to have our students be energized, be proud of their school. We are still working hard on that, but I guess our student leaders, they feel it. And even, our new students now, our freshmen, you see them smile, proud of our school. Yeah, and I guess that is what Holy Spirit is all about.
Very nice, very nice. Any major plans in the next couple of months? Any major activities coming up?
Oh, right now we are actually focusing on beefing up our graduate school program. In fact, we are the service provider, so to speak, chosen by the Land Bank of the Philippines to help upgrade their managerial level employees through our MBA program.
Wow.
We're also extending our reach to other parts of the Philippines, and we have some potential deals with other partners in 2 countries abroad, yes.
Excellent,
So we're working
excellent.
on it right now.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, Dr. Young, and of course, congratulations, Ray. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And anytime that you would like to promote any of your activities or events or programs here, please do let us know here in GNN. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So guys, I hope you learned a lot about College of Holy Spirit Manila and trends in private education. Join us again next year in the show where we talk about what matters to you guys because you guys matter the most. I'll see you next week.